to Off Limits. Liberal, irreverent, and really, really gay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Off Limits Show. Thanks for joining me tonight on the Debi Daly Cross the Line show of the Off Limits Show tonight. We're talking about Debi Daly. Now, if you listen to my show, and you listen to my show continually, you'll know that I, about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, pledged that I was not going to talk about this woman anymore. And for the past 4 weeks or so, I have been radio silent about her. I have not said a word about her online, in chat rooms, on my show, anywhere. I have been completely radio silent about this cunt. Okay, and the reason I did that was because at the last time I had any kind of interaction with her, I had my attorney send her a cease and desist letter. When I sent that cease and desist letter, it stated that you shall no longer talk about me online. You shall no longer, approach me in life, or blah blah blah. And if you do, we will follow through with civil charges against you, possibly criminal charges and punitive damages. So she had stayed silent. She hadn't said anything about me until today, when I discovered something that she had done to cross the line. Now, I did an entire show about what the history is about her and myself, and there's a great history with her and many other people as well. The woman is psychotic, by the way, and she has done many things to many people online. The woman's life is completely online. She has no life outside of online. She states she does, and she says she's going to stop doing her show, and then she comes back 2 days later. Hey, Moxie. Hey, David. 5x5. Thanks for joining me. So, I sent her that, had my attorney send her that letter, and she states that she wrote my attorney, and my attorney refused to continue to represent me because of what a horrible person I was, and how he apologized to her for having represented me in the first place. And I stated this on the other show previously as well. If you want to listen to the show, it's under the same, Hey Goose. It's under the same show title, Psychosis. The previous show was about that. So if you listen to that, you'll know the details about it. But she claims that my attorney dropped me because of this. Now, my attorney never dropped me. My attorney I hired, as I said in that show, for one reason only, to send her a cease and desist letter. This attorney is not a litigator. This attorney that I hired is only what I call a paper pusher attorney. Someone who does wills, someone who does cease and desist letters, someone who does contracts, that kind of thing. And if I wanted to pursue anything against her in terms of litigation, I would have to actually hire an actual attorney that is a litigator. And so when he did what I paid him to do, that was it. That was the end of our agreement. Now she claims that he dropped me, but that's not true. He simply was done doing what he does, and he's not someone who does litigation, not in that fashion. So, I just wanted to say that before I continue to tell you what she did recently. So, before all that, just FYI, I hired a private investigator to, in order to send her a cease and desist letter, I had to find out where she lives. So I found out her true identity, her true address and everything, where she really does live now. And I found out where she really lives. Of course, she says she lives in Frisco, Texas. She does not live in Frisco, Texas. She lives somewhere else. And as a result of that, she had, so I had to find out where she lived. So I found out where she lived, verified where she lived through my private investigator, verified that she does indeed live there, not only by herself, but with her kids and her husband. And both visually, meaning through, he did surveillance on them, as well as on through other methods I won't mention. So that's why I did do what I did. Now, so beyond that, hold on just a second here. I gotta do something real quick if I can find it here. Where is this? Where is it? Here it is. All right. So beyond that, I have done what? I have done this. Now she doesn't live on Devonshire Lane. She wishes she lived on Devonshire Lane. That's an old address. That was actually her parents' address. That's not where she lives anymore, by the way. Anyway, what I'm getting to is this, is that I let it go because the woman truly is psychotic and suffers from mental psychosis. And I kept telling people this, and I'm not the only one who believes this and knows this about her. She continued to harass me both on my website as well as on, personally in my real life, send people over to my house to harass me and everything else, people that were minions of her husbands, etc. So I let all of that go and decided that it wasn't worth it because the woman really is beneath me and really has nothing nothing to prove, nothing that she can prove against me personally, because I've never lied about who I am and I've never done anything but be honest about myself, unlike her. So I let it go until today when I was online Googling myself, as I do occasionally, and I also have Google alerts. I have several businesses. I have an architecture and interior design firm, and I have a real estate brokerage. She seems to think for some reason that my main line of business is real estate, which it's not. It never has been my main line of business. It's always been a secondary thing that I do just because I like real estate, and also it helps me find clients who want to do architecture and interior design. So anywho, today I was looking online and I go to ripoffreport.com, and because I looked at my name, my full name, and on ripoffreport.com, there is a posting by someone under my real estate brokerage name, and they posted this. They posted the name of my real estate brokerage, and then they posted the address, and they posted under the website for my real estate brokerage, offlimitsradio.com, which is not even my website name, by the way, you moron. And for the name, reported by Katie from Big D, and then the actual location of the person is Rockwall, Texas. Okay, Rockwall, Texas is where she resides. She'll lie to you and tell you that's not where she lives, but it is where she lives, where she rents a house. Okay, so Katie D, by the way, is someone who actually she's enemies with now, who she was friends with and turned her back on, whatever. Now, Katie D and I have never had any kind of beef or any kind of thing between us, so there's no reason for Katie D to post this about me or whatever. I'm going to read to you exactly what it said in a second, but that's how I know it's her. Not only that, because it lists what she says in the complaint against my business, which she's never been a party to, by the way, is all things she herself has said, and you can tell by the way she says it. So I'm going to read to you exactly what she said, what Debi Daly said about my real estate business, one of my two businesses. Okay, well, that figures then, goose. So anyway, so the real estate business that she posted today, or she posted recently, about my business. Now, keep in mind, this woman has never, ever, ever utilized my business. She's never, ever been to my business, and she's never, ever hired me for anything. So first of all and foremost, you should realize that this ripoff report that she filed obviously is completely fraudulent because she's never used my service. But I'm going to read to you what she wrote, and I'm going to read to you the rebuttal that they allowed me to post in response to her. And I'm going to tell you why she's crossed the line after this, okay? Icon, okay, wait, Goose says, Icon, that's the same name she used to reply to a post about her on Ripoff Report before. Well, there you go. Like I said, it's obvious it's the cunt. So anyway, so here we go. This is what she says. She says my real name, and then she says, AKA Iconoclast, Texas, is a very horrible, mean little man who is very mad that he is gay and half black. He throws in everyone's faces that he is gay and dares them to say anything to him, or he will get a team of lawyers, quote, to shut you up. He lies on the internet and says that he attended SMU in Dallas, but upon checking, he has not. He attended online college to obtain his stupid little real estate license. He never sells houses because everyone in the Dallas market would laugh at him. He claims to be ultra wealthy. He also claims to have this plush office. After verification, it has been determined that he has what is called a virtual office. He simply pays a very small fee monthly to use the address. This has been verified to be fake. For some odd and unknown reason, this little strange and gay man targets individuals that he encounters on his social media sites that he feels inferior to. I happen to be one of them. He is a sad, sad case. Okay, so I read this and, of course, was livid that, first of all, she would say these things and lie about me. And all the things she said, by the way, are lies. I'm gonna rebut all this in a second. But I wanted to read my rebuttal to this, and then I'm going to talk about this on the show tonight. So the rebuttal that I wrote about her was this. This is what I wrote in response. Because first of all, I told them, I said, this is not a real report. This is not about my businesses at all. This is by someone who has a personal vendetta against me and has nothing to do with my business. But ripoffreport.com refuses to remove anything, whether it's pro, con, whatever, even if it is fake and fraudulent like this. And so the only thing that they can allow you to do is to rebut what was said about you. So this is this is my rebuttal to her. Lies from Deborah Montoya / Debi Daly. This quote complaint is not a complaint at all. It is filled with vicious lies and attacks by Deborah Montoya, an online talk show host of the Debi Daly Show. Simply look up Debi Daly on YouTube to see who this person is. She put the name of a girl named Katie D that is on her show as the poster, a girl that she hates, but this is her. First of all, I did attend SMU, as is proven by calling the school from 1993 to 1997. This is a lie. Also, I attended not only SMU, but also have a BFA in Interior Architecture and Design, as well as an MArch degree, Master's of Architecture, working from a different university. These are also lies by this person. Real estate is not my main line of work. I only sell houses when I want to, and for friends and family and the occasional client, not as a main job. As for being biracial and gay, this woman attacks me constantly on both points. It figures she would think that I feel inferior for something that she herself feels I should feel inferior about, but I don't. Love being gay and love being biracial. It's why I'm beautiful and who I am. I have never claimed to be, quote, ultra wealthy. Please show me where I have made such a claim. As for our offices, we office out of the Rosewood Court building near the Crescent, and offices are rented out as well as virtual offices to clients. I am not sure why this is seen as a negative. We have meetings with our clients at our offices maybe once every 6 months, as our business is not one in which clients come to us, we go to them. The woman this is coming from, I have had a cease and desist letter sent to due to incessant harassment online and in real life by her for the past year. She has called me many horrible names, including faggot, and is a racist and a homophobe. You can find out more about her by going to youtube.com or Spreaker/user/Debi Daly. If you listen to her show on YouTube, you will also hear how she embezzled $40,000 from a former employer, her words, and got away with it, quote unquote, got away with it, due to statute of limitations. This is a horrible woman that I would love to see in court. Now that she is lying online about me and trying to ruin my reputation, my business reputation, with lies, and has refused to cease and desist, I am now going to move forward with a civil lawsuit if I cannot file criminal charges against her. My reputation with my clients speaks for itself, and none of the things this woman has said about me are true and can be proven by me. Just ask. Now, I've got to tell you guys, look, there is nothing in that thing that she wrote that is true. Not one word of it is true. As you all know, and all of you know, this woman is a consistent liar. All she does is lie. She lies, and she lies about the lies that she's lied about, okay? The woman is a fucking liar. And everything that she claims about me, I can prove to the contrary. Now, ask Debi Daly to prove to the contrary, and let's see what comes up about her. Let's see when she proves where she really lives and who she really is and how much money she really doesn't have and what she's really accomplished and how many houses she really has or hasn't ever had and how many have been foreclosed on. Let's see who she really is. This woman she's a parasite and toe scum, and she is unfortunately a tick and a louse. She's louse, basically, on the shoulder of humanity. The woman is horrific. Now, she has overstepped the line. Let me tell you why. When everything was online, it was about us, whatever, we don't like each other. We talk back and forth. She calls me faggot. She calls me butt muncher. She calls me all these fucking names and says all these horrible things about me on her show. That's one thing. But when you come into trying to fuck me over in my livelihood, which is my businesses, even though that business particularly is not one that I even do, my other business, someone else may search for me and find me and look me up and think that this shit is true. So that's why she has stepped the line. You fuck with my wallet, you fuck with me. And in the words of Angela Bassett on Coven, she done fucked with the wrong witch, okay? So I'm just letting you know, as I have told you before, when I say I'm going to do something, do I do it? Yes. Have I proven that I do? Yes. Has Debi Daly ever done a fucking thing that she said she's going to do? No, because she's a fucking liar. She's a fucking motherfucking piece of shit redneck backwoods hick who doesn't have a fucking clue who the fuck she is. She actually has never achieved a goddamn thing in her fucking life. She's a miserable, sad, old hag of a woman. And I have probably 100 people who will back me up on this. Not only do I have that, when I do take her ass to court, if we make it to court, we may just make it to arbitration because it may be something that people actually... I've already done that, Goose. I've done that already. If we actually make it to past arbitration, because typically a judge will make you try to work things out through mediation or arbitration or whatever, and then if you can't, then go to court. But I have them. First of all, let me respond to some of the things that she said on here, okay? First of all, I would like anyone to prove to me where I have ever said to anybody on my shows that I am ultra wealthy. When in the fuck have I ever said that? Why would I say I'm ultra wealthy? I have never said that I'm ultra wealthy. I've never said that I am a billionaire or a millionaire. I have never said that I'm even a half millionaire. I've never said any of that stuff. The woman is typically, what she does is she projects. So she's so inferior, and she has such an inferiority complex about herself, and she feels so fucking inferior herself. Anybody else is doing better than she is or whatever, she's jealous of. Now, I have never claimed to be wealthy. Now, if she's inferred that from what I've said, because I said I live 3 miles from George Bush, which is true. I do live 3 miles from George Bush. I never said I lived next door to him. I never said I lived in a mansion. I said I lived 3 miles from George Bush. But someone asked me where I lived, and that is the truth. I have never claimed to be ultra wealthy. And if anybody can prove otherwise, please do, because I've never said that. That's the first thing. Secondly, about my offices. Okay, what the fuck? Who the fuck cares where my offices are? I've never said that my offices are some vast, huge thing. They're nice offices. That my offices are nice, but I've never said that where I office out of is somewhere that I'm at permanently. It's never been a place that I go all the time, because when you're an architect, interior designer, or real estate broker, all three of which I am, you don't have to meet your clients at your office. I go to my clients every fucking time when I first meet them. As a matter of fact, today at 5 o'clock p.m. today, I met a couple in Louisville who want me to do their bathroom. And I've had 4 new clients in the past 2 weeks, okay? So I know that when I meet them at their house, I see what it's like, and then we do the contract, and then they sign the contract. When they sign the contract, then we do the measurements of whatever the room or rooms are we're doing, or the whole house, as the case may be. And then we do the measurements, we come back, and then after we've done the measurements, what do? We do the design. After we've done the design, we take the design to them at their house and say, okay, here's the design, tell us what you think, they love it, whatever, okay, great. And then we go back and we actually pick out furnishings, we pick out materials, we pick out all those kinds of things. Then we have the contractors go in. Then we're finished. We never have a reason for them to come to our offices. Rarely do I ever have them there. So that's the other thing. It's such a ridiculous thing to make fun of. Next, SMU. Okay, so she says I never went to SMU. There's probably 100 people that can attest the fact that I attended SMU. That not only that, the Daily Campus, which is the paper at SMU that I went to, by the way, actually has me in the paper many times, because in 1995 I started a gay fraternity at SMU, and a chapter of a national gay fraternity at SMU. It not only made the Daily Campus at SMU, it also made local news throughout the Dallas Morning News, as well as other papers, the Dallas Voice and many other things, and the Observer and other things as well. So it's very well documented that I attended SMU. It's never been a question, and I have a million people who will attest to that. Not only that, I've got diplomas sitting up on top of my fucking shelf right now, and the fact that she wasn't able to find that, or she's claiming she didn't, is not my fault. She obviously is a fucking bad detective. So that's not true that I didn't go to SMU, and she didn't even mention my other colleges that I attended after that. And then she says I attended online college to obtain my stupid little real estate license. Okay, I obtained my real estate license in 2004, and the reason I did that was because why? It's not decorating, David, it's designing, but anyway, 2004, but you're right. 2004, I got my real estate license. Why did I get my real estate license? Because one, I love real estate. I've always loved real estate. I love houses, etc. That's why I do interior architecture and design. But also because I knew it was a great way for me to diversify and have people who are actually I know, David, I'm just joking. People who are actually buying a house or whatever can not only use me to purchase the house, but then they can have me actually build the house, design the house, build the house, and then actually design the interior as well. And so that's why my company does all three things. I don't just do one, I do three. And so that's why I stay busy, because I have diversification: architecture, interior design, and real estate. Okay, what else did she say in here? Oh, and then the fact that she says that I hate the fact that I'm gay and half black. Hold on a second. I had to get a drink. First of all, if I were so upset that I'm half black, I never would have told a fucking soul that I was half black. I never had to say a word to any of you, and none of you would ever have known that I'm half black. I could have posted a fake picture. I could have lied and said I was white. I could have done anything I wanted to do, and none of you would ever have known that I'm half black. And so I could have even said, even if I posted a picture, I could have said I was Hispanic or Middle Eastern. None of you would ever have known the fucking difference. So if I were so fucking, yes, thank you, Moxie. Exactly. It's just like Jeff Lewis on Flipping Out. He does all three as well. And do people ever go to his office? No. Do you ever see anybody at his house or his office? No, because he doesn't fucking need it. Thank you. But what I was saying is, if I were so fucking insecure about being half black, then I never would have told anybody in the first place. I love the fact that I'm half black. I love the fact that I'm biracial, because I see things through multiple perspectives. This cunt is such a fucking idiot that she feels and looks at people who are different than she is, people who are not completely 100% white, like myself, or people who are completely not white, like maybe Desert Rose or, I don't know, whomever it may be, people like that. And she makes fun of them because she actually feels that we are inferior. This woman actually feels that we are inferior to her. Therefore, she's constantly saying that we ourselves feel inferior for being whatever we are. And she's constantly making fun of Desert Rose because Desert has a round face or whatever. Ghost said, I thought you were sepia because of your show picture, not half black. That's hilarious. Anyway, Rose is, she's constantly making fun of Desert Rose because Rose has a round face, and she's constantly calling her a fat, round-faced Mexican. And she's doing that because she herself thinks that Desert Rose is inferior to her because she's not white. And all of this, besides the fact that what she said in her shows, her racist remarks, and how she said black people were better off during slavery, and a million other things she said in her shows and said to us personally, prove that she's a fucking racist. So it's not like I need to prove anything. The fact that I like who I am, I love who I am, and if you don't like it, that's on you. But now, was it a long journey getting there? Yes. You know why? Because of people like her. When I was in middle school, it was very, very hard to be biracial because everybody around me was making fun of me, calling me Oreo or whatever the case may have been. So I had to get through that and people like her who are racist idiots in order to begin to love myself in my teen years finally and really accept myself in my late teen years finally. And I love who I am. So fuck you. And being gay, yes, I'm really, she says he's very mad that he is gay. Do any of you really fucking believe that I'm mad that I'm gay? The guy who actually talks constantly about gay stuff, the guy who talks about gay sex and gay rights, do you really think I'm mad about being gay, really? So anyway, I think that's addressing all of the lies she's told in this particular fucking post. So I posted that rebuttal. They posted it on Rip Off Report, and now we are done with that. And, I wanted to tell you all that she has now crossed the line. And I have no longer do I feel, because I've tried to remain silent. I took the advice of some friends to remain silent, and I've remained silent because I agreed with them. I agreed that why am I letting this woman, annoy me so much? Because all she's doing is talking about me and whatever. I don't really fucking care what she thinks because I am so much better than she is. She's a fucking pebble in my shoe. And I, however, did not care. However, now that we are crossing over into my fucking business world, she's fucking crossed the line. Now, I could easily go back and do the exact same thing she did to me to her husband's business. I could go on every fucking site on the internet and fucking slander her, their business, and her. I could also do a fucking protest in front of his fucking offices or something with signs and saying how they're racist and how they're bigots, don't use this bail bonds place or all this bullshit. So there's plenty of shit I could do to retaliate that way. But I choose to do things through the proper channels, which is how? Through the law, using the law on my side. Now, and that's what I'm going to do. So the next step is for me to hire a litigator, which I'm going to do, Debbie. I'm sure you're listening, and hire the litigator to actually not only sue her for defamation of character, slander, because it's all lies, but also and libel, by the way, but also sue them for punitive damages to punish them for what they have done to me. And what does that mean? It means I'm not only going to take from them for what they have said about me, but I'm going to take from them the little that they have left. I'm going to take, she's renting a house. She can't afford to own a house anymore. And as a result of that, I'm going to take whatever's in their house. I'm going to sue for that. I'm going to sue for all their belongings, their cars. And I'm also going to sue for the bail bonds business. So whatever I get, even if it falls short of all that, I'll be getting something. And unless they're going to settle with me, then I'm going to be getting it all. So I'm telling you what, Debi Daly, you fucking crossed the line. You are in so much fucking trouble, and you fucking know that I'm goddamn serious. Because you know what? It may not happen this month, it may happen in a couple months, but it's going to fucking happen, you fucking cunt. You just fucking wait, you little fucking bitch, because I'm going to fucking take your ass to court and take things all the way. I'm going to take a break, come back, and talk some more. Be right back.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? You left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha ha, they're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha ha. You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed and laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid, right? You know you laughed, I heard you laughed and laughed and laughed and then you left, but now you know I'm utterly mad. And they're coming to take me away, ha ha, they're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha, to the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds, and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha ha! I cooked your food and cleaned your house, and this is how you pay me back for all my kind, unselfish, loving deeds? Huh? Well, you just wait, they'll find you yet, and when they do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And they're coming to take me away, ha ha, they're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha ha, they're coming to take me away, ha ha.
All right, that was a song dedicated to Debi Daly. So, look, I am really, honestly fucking done with this bitch. And so I've taken the high road several times over this past year, okay? I have done things that actually, I haven't done anything that I've ever been ashamed of. All I've done with this woman is defend myself against her. She constantly attacks me, comes after me. I've never attacked her without provocation, ever, because it's just not my nature to do that. I don't attack people unless I'm attacked by them. That's how I am, because I am actually a peaceful person. But just because I'm a nice person doesn't make me a fucking, doormat either. And I don't like to get into fucking fights with people, but I'm not someone who'll back down from one either. And, Todd and Bathtub Girl and myself did a hilarious little witch's spell on on Todd's show. I don't know, a few months back, and it was just a joke. But the spell was all about making Debi Daly tell the truth. It was a karma spell also, and so the spell was all about essentially all of her things that she had done, all the evil she had perpetrated upon everybody else in the world would now come back to her. And the spell was this: it was let cruelty, pain, and evil way. Oh, that's not the one I used. Anyway, that's not the one I used. But I'm sorry, I can't find it. Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. Anyway, so hold on, Debi Daly. Where is it? I was trying to find it. Anyway, I can't find it. But and it was hilarious because, the truth was, of course, it was just a spoof. But she got all upset because we put a spell on her or whatever. Like, it's real, you dumb cunt. Anyway, so what we did, I think, may actually be working because I think maybe she believed in it. Her karma is coming back to her, and I seem to be that. I'm not saying I'm like sent by God or something, but the thing is, everybody who knows this woman knows she's a psychotic cunt. I mean, she's a psychotic woman. I mean, everybody knows that she's psychotic. And she claims that I sent, I was listening to Goofy Bones show earlier, just briefly, because somebody told me to listen in real quick because they were talking about me, or at least playing a clip where she was talking about me. And she claims that I harassed her or blah, blah, blah. I don't know what she's saying, but some shit. But of course, you all know it's not true. Now, I have how many people? I probably say at least a dozen people minimum that can attest to how she has attacked them, lied about them, perpetuated lies about them, and constantly gotten away with it. However, I seem to be the only one who's done shit about it. I mean, I'm sure people have tried to do something about it before, but I seem to be the only one who's done anything about it because it's like people, I guess because I live in Texas and I'm really near her, I'm probably the closest one to her, and actually the laws here are actually on my side, and so I can actually do something about the bitch. And so, I have the means to do so. Doesn't mean I'm rich. I'm not saying I'm rich, for God's sakes. We would want to say that now, would we? Because I'm not. But anyway, but I am saying that I have the means to do it. I'm going to take her ass down. And, of all the people in the world to fuck with, a gay, half black, homosexual, whatever, is not the person to fuck with. I mean, seriously, are you really that fucking stupid? Someone who's half black and gay, you're going to fuck with them? Give me a fucking break. Todd says she wants solutions to be held to some smart guy, and those docs prove differently. Well, please. I mean, do you really need docs to prove that Mr. Solutions is a moron? I mean, not prove it or whatever. I mean, come on. The guy's a fucking idiot. I mean, I've said that all along, and he's not smart. He's not intelligent, and he actually has absolutely no, mind of his own. It's always like a puppet, parroting things he hears other people say. He doesn't know anything about critical thinking for himself. But the truth is, as you're saying right now in the chat, it is coming full circle, and I seem to be the rod. Oh, by the way, what is the most hilarious thing? What the most hilarious thing is that she claims to be a Christian, right? She's a Christian. She's a good Christian woman. And she's, so devout. And because she has her Bible shows every week or every Wednesday or whatever it is. And she's so Christian and loving and just so Christian. And, oh my God, she's like the church lady, And she's constantly trying to portray herself as some victim, which is so hilarious. And all of us know that she's anything but a victim. I can understand how people who don't know the full story can actually look at us and say, that we're doing the same thing that she's doing to us. And perhaps we are. But for me personally, as I have said consistently, I've never said I'm not complicit in this whole debauchery between the people on BTR. But I do have to say the difference is that, and I tried to make this clear, is that she has come after me. She has continually attacked me. She has continually followed me to chat rooms to talk about me. She's posted on my website as other people, as well as herself, and I have all the IP addresses to prove that it's her, by the way, and that she does live in Rockwell, by the way, and saying these things. I've never posted a fucking thing on her website. I've never posted anything about her on her website. I've never said anything about her that wasn't provoked already. So if you're going to attack me, you're going to get attacked. I mean, it's pretty simple. To me, I live my life by the idea that if you show someone respect, you will receive it in return. There is a way to coexist with someone you disagree with, okay? Just because she and I do not like one another, and just because she is some, backwoods hick from Rockwall who has no by the way, she has no achievements. That's something I was thinking of earlier. I think she's jealous of me, and I honestly do, because everything I've ever said about myself is true, and I have no qualms in saying that to any of you right now, because it's true. I can prove every fucking thing I've ever said. What happens when you ask Debi Daly to prove something about herself? What happens? Oh, I'm not going to bother because, they're so beneath me. I don't need to worry about it or whatever. Oh my God, whatever. She's such a fucking liar, and she never proves shit. The only thing she uses as proof is her own fucking voice and her own show. See what I said? See what I said? See what I said? See, I'm not lying. They're lying. Oh my God. Do you know what she did to me? Do you know? You don't know what she did to me. You don't know. I mean, the woman is a fucking psychotic bitch. And not only that, what I can't stand about her is that she lies so much, that she believes her lies. She honestly believes that she is what she says. She claims to be living in Frisco, Texas in some huge mansion and driving all these fancy cars and having so much money, because to her, having money equates what? Success. Or to her, having money, lots of money, I should say, equates being good enough. Because she doesn't have it, she feels inferior. So constantly, what is she doing? Trying to prove the opposite of what the reality is for herself. But she's never achieved anything in her life. She's had a couple kids that don't really like her that much. And she's got a husband who doesn't seem to like her that much, doesn't want to hang around her ever. And she doesn't ever do anything with her life but sit on the fucking radio and talk all day and get clips from other people's shows so she can try to take them down or try to harm them in some way. The fact is, the woman has no talent at all. The only talent she has is for lying. And she's not even that good at that, by the way. So I don't know if you can really claim to have achieved any type of success. Now, I've said this before. I did a show on BTR, I don't know, a year ago, or earlier this year, maybe like February or just March or something. And I said there's two different types of people in the world. And I explained to you why she's one and I'm the other. And I can't remember what the proper terminology is. You go listen to my shows. I talked about it. I can't remember. But I think the terminology was... I can't remember, but there's, I can't remember what it's called. Fuck, I wish I could. But there's one kind of person who is focused on things such as material things. They focus on material things, wealth, money, power, and popularity. And that is how they themselves deem themselves successful. That's how they deem other people successful as well, okay? Then there are people like myself, that's her, by the way. Then there are people like myself who look at things like, for example, how you are as a human being on the inside, what you do, what you give back to the world, whether it's through money or whether it's through your contributions through time or volunteering, or how you vote, and what you do and how what you do for your profession, for example, gives back to the world. How you yourself give back to people that you love, and how you show your love to other people, and how being a good person and having good values and actually living by them is what matters as a success. That's who I am. So the two of us are two polar opposites in how we have our levels of what we deem to be our values. Her values are based on money and things like that she doesn't possess, and that's why she's so unhappy, because she doesn't have any of these things, and she's lost it all because of the choices she's made, etc. And so because of all, and if she ever had it in the first place, which I don't think she did, but anyway, so if that's the case, she's now very miserable because she no longer has any of these things. I myself, for example, do not equate money to human value. You know, she places those things on people as their value. So if you have lots of money, you have a lot of value to her. If you have lots of nice things and existential things outside of yourself, then you have value. Whereas if you are somebody who is actually doing what you love for a living and living a good life and not getting into trouble and not harming other people, then that's not valuable to her. And she doesn't see that, whether you have money or not. So for me, I find people to be completely and utterly different in those ways, and she is the opposite of me. Ghost says, Icon Debbie's scared of you. She just sent me a death threat over Skype after seeing me in chat. Please post it. Please post it to Twitter. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see the death threat. Okay. Oh, Rooter. Oh, Rooter, hello. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Okay, this is what old Rooter posted, everybody. He's posting on my page because he's one of Debbie's minions. Let's see what old Rooter has to say, which I think actually is probably somebody that's close to her. Dude, it's late. How does my drunk ass get to call your show? He says. How does a faggot call your spewing show? Your spewing show. Okay, I'm an asshole. Who the fuck are you? I'm stupid and I don't know this shit. And then old Rooter says, dude, I hear you're saying everyone I've heard on here, but you ain't heard me. Hook me up. Okay, do I have to be vulgar? Hey, you HIV cocksucking queer. You there? Can I talk to you now? Hello, whore. Okay, first of all, I don't have HIV. Just because I'm gay doesn't mean you have HIV. And I may be a whore in bed, but not out most of the time. And everything else you said is just retarded, just like you, old Reader. So what the fuck, dude? But it's so fucking hilarious. Oh, Debi Daly. Debi Daly says apparently to Ghost, and he just screen capped it, actually posted it in here. It says, you sealed your fate, you little fuck. And he says, he LOL. She says, all this time I have laid off you. Trust me, I can rock your world, Travis. Bad. And he says, Debbie, piss off. Debbie, why don't you post something in the chat, honey? Why don't you let us all see yourself as you really are? See, that's the real Debi Daly. When she says shit like that, that's what she's like behind closed doors. The facade that she places in front of you is not her at all. It never has been her. And please go nuts, Debi Daly. I fucking dare you, fucking cunt. Bring it on, you fucking bitch. After what you did to me, you fucking deserve anything that's coming to you. And I swear to fucking God, I'm going to rain down fucking hell on your ass. You have fucking fucked with the wrong faggot, you fucking bitch. Okay, gonna take a break, cool off for a second, and be right back.
'Cause I'm so in love with you. If you don't believe what I have said, take a look, my eyes are red. 'Cause I'm so in love with you. But all those sleepless nights in bed, when you've been out somewhere instead, I wonder if you care and cannot bear the proof. It hurts too much to face the truth, to face the truth. A lawyer with a case to prove, as if the evidence then move. It's the only thing to do. So why then can't I face the facts? As if this evidence the facts. I am so in love with you. But all the nights when you have said you must be somewhere else instead, I wonder where you go, but then to expose the proof. It hurts too much to face the truth, to face the truth.
Yes. It hurts so much to face the truth, doesn't it, Debi Daly? All right, so we're back on this Debi Daly Cross the Line show. If you're just joining us for the show, I have now decided to continue to move forward. Since I have sent her a cease and desist letter, she has ignored that letter. She has not done anything that it told her or directed her to do, that warned her if she didn't follow, that I would follow through with actual litigation against her, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, Debbie, if you want to come groveling to me on your knees, as I'm sure you're used to being there anyway, feel free to do that, and we'll see what happens. But if you don't, you're going to actually find yourself in court. And I'm going to find that you yourself, Debi Daly, are going to be sued with a civil lawsuit, and I'm going to take you for every fucking small little 2 cents that you have. I mean, I know you've always said, this is what she always says to everybody, by the way, but she's always said it to me. She said, I could buy you. I could buy you. Oh my God, whatever, LOL. I could buy you. Yeah, and I always say to her, you could buy me what, a Big Mac? I mean, give me a fucking break. Why is somebody so completely obsessed with being fake that they have to feel... I mean, I think, and I talked about this on my show recently, an experience I had with someone else who was being fake, and I proved that they were a faker. That, to me, a plumber I hired who said he had a $3 million house and all this other bullshit. You can listen to my previous shows about that whole thing, but it was weird. But anyway, why does someone feel the need to lie about who they are? And the only reason, look, there's nothing wrong with not having money, with renting a house, with not having material things. The only reason I call her out on it is because that's all she ever does is talk about how she has all these things, but she doesn't. So she's a hypocrite, number one. And number two, she's constantly calling out other people for being poor or being destitute or living in the ghetto, quote unquote, as she puts it, and all kind of bullshit. So all of this is fucking nonsense. And I mean, honestly, the woman has mental problems. Oh, okay. Good, Ghost. I'll check it out. Oh, that's you? Okay. 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 Anyway, so, no, but yeah, the woman has mental issues. And that's one reason that I've kind of been hesitant to continue to go after her, because I kind of feel sorry for her, because she's like I've always said, she's like a mangy dog. You feel sorry for them, but if you get too close, they're going to bite you or kill you or give you rabies or something, you know what I mean? So it's like, I've always felt sorry for her because she honestly has mental issues, and it's obvious she does. It's no different with her than it is with anybody else who has mental issues, okay? So I want her to get help. I mean, seriously, she needs to get help, people. And I'm sure you agree with me on this. She needs to get help. And I want her to end up in a mental institution or, wherever she can get some fucking help, because for God's sake, she needs it. I got to post this real quick. There's this picture. Hold on. Where is it? This little comic I did of her. It's my new icon of Debi Daly. I'm going to post it on Twitter real quick. And also it's going to be the image for this show on Spreaker. So you can check that out when we're done. I'm going to post it in just a second. I'm going to try to post it right now. Hold on. Let me upload it real quick. There we go. It's just a kind of an icon. It's not like a real full comic. But anyway, you get the picture. There we go. And now it's on there saved. So let me upload it in a second to Twitter. Anyway, so let me read the chat real quick. Prankville says, sue that sorry-ass hag. Already going to do it. Christ, I would not get blown by her if she was the last woman on earth to sick the tank. Not much to see. See my message on Twitter, bud. Don't use Twitter on my phone as much. Okay, anyway. So let me post this real quick on Twitter so people can see it. It's not really that funny, but I think it's funny. I mean, it's just kind of a giggle, right? There we go. The real Debi Daly. Anywho, okay, there we go. It's tweeted. Okay, Debbie, you can go look at it now because I'm sure you're going to run over there real quick. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to say mostly. I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted to say on the show tonight. And it's not only myself. It's Todd Morris, as he's called, and it's Desert Rose, as she's called, and it's me, and it's Moxie, and it's Goose, and it's a million other people who have had issues with her. BA11S11 asks, Icon, since you live in the same state as Debbie, can't you file hate crime charges against you for homophobic slurs? Well, unfortunately, I live in Texas where it's not a hate crime to make homophobic slurs. Now, it is a hate crime in Dallas, however. There is a hate crime ordinance in the city of Dallas. She lives in Rockwall County, even though she says she lives in Frisco, which she doesn't. And so because she lives in Rockwall County, I don't think Rockwall County has a slanderous type thing like that against gays. Also because it's on the internet, it's kind of a questionable, back and forth about it, whether it's supposed to happen where it actually occurred from the person who said it to you in Rockwall or actually where the receiver receives it in Dallas. So I don't know. I'll have to ask my attorney next week when I go see him. And by the way, I just got an email from the new attorney, and because I emailed the new one earlier, and he wants to meet with me. Where is it? Fuck. Oh, unread messages. Hold on. Oh, he says, good, let's plan tentatively on meeting Friday. Let me know if you need directions. Look forward to seeing you. And then his name. So, so the ball is already rolling on this, and I'm moving forward with it. And I don't really fucking care if it costs me $10,000 or $20,000. I don't care if I have to go into savings. The fucking bitch is going down. Seriously. It would be worth it. I would pay $20,000 gladly to see the bitch get retribution. I swear to fucking God. I am not going to stop until I have gotten justice for this. This is the bottom line, basically. This is a woman who has constantly harassed me online, thinking she can get away with it, constantly calling me homophobic names, calling me faggot, calling me butt muncher, many other things, which I have, archives and screenshots and as well as audio and text from her about all of these things she said about me, and IP addresses that prove it's her. And those IP addresses are kept, by the way, with records with the Verizon and with Charter, etc., or Time Warner Cable, whatever. So, anywho, this is a woman who's consistently done this to me and consistently and aggressively pursued me by doing these things to me. Anything I've ever said about this woman has been in retaliation. I've never attacked her directly and just for fun said things about her. The only time I've ever done this, just like this show today, is in retaliation. Right now, this is in retaliation for what she posted on the ripoffreport.com site about my personal business. And, as I said, I could do the same thing to her and her family. By the way, I want everybody to know in terms of our difference in what our integrity levels are. Let me take my shirt off real quick. I'm hot. I'm getting hot and sweaty. Hold on. Ouch. Sorry, hold on. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I was wearing a sweater there. Yes, that's true, Sick. And I would never, ever harm her physically. I would never do anything to her physically because I'm not a physical person. I fight back through the proper channels. I fight back through the proper channels, which is the law. So anyway, what was I saying? I forgot. So I was talking about, so she's consistently done that, consistently acted that way towards me, as well as many other people. And she's done this for many years. As long as I've been on doing my show, which has never, ever, the funny thing is, the only time she's ever talked to me on a show, on my own show, was a talk show that I did many years ago. Oh, this reminds me. I saw something the other day. Somebody showed me about her show being on or whatever. Oh my God, where's the Nest thing? It's getting hot in here. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn the AC up. I'm starting to get hot. I had 2 margaritas earlier, and you know what margaritas do to me. Hold on. But I mean, that was like a long time ago, so I'm not like drunk or anything. Okay, let me turn the Nest up. It's fucking hot. Oh, the heat's on. No wonder. Shit, fuck, it's hot. Turn the AC on, fuckers. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? So, so she said that, wait, fuck, I forgot. Oh, yeah. She was talking about Spreaker, right? And she was talking about how I was on Spreaker first, and they followed me over here. Okay. This is complete bullshit. All of you know very well that, and Desert Rose can attest to this, as well as can Todd Morris, as well as other people, Goofy Bone can as well, that all of us were talking on Todd's show one night, saying how we were really fucking sick of this cunt constantly harassing us and coming after us, blah, 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 blah. And we're sick of Blog Talk Radio because Blog Talk Radio is a ghetto trash and it really hasn't got anything going for it. And I was telling them, I said, well, have you ever tried Spreaker? I've been on Spreaker for years, but I haven't used it very much. I've had several shows I posted there, but I haven't used it very much. And they told me, they said no. And so we went over there, and it's all on the air, actually. There's probably audio of all this. And I went over there, and I said, yeah, let's go, and I'll show you. And so we went all over to Spreaker, and I showed them about it. Oh, my God, this is awesome. Desert's like, oh, my God, this is awesome. And Todd's like, oh, my God, the sound quality is amazing. And I tested it out so they could hear it and everything else. So everybody moved over from after I moved my show over here, they all moved over here as well. And who comes right along after us? Yes, she had had an account for a long time, but she had not been using it again until we came over here from Blog Talk Radio. Once we came to Spreaker, here she comes, tutting over here with her little fat ass, talking about how, she's on Spreaker now. She thought she'd give it a try, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. She came over here because she knew I was over here. She knew Desert Rose was over here. She knew that Goofy Bone was over here. She knew that Todd Morris was over here. That's the whole reason she came over. And I have been on here since, and I have the actual email from Spreaker, the welcome email from 2010, okay? The end of 2010. You know why I have it? Because before I started on Blog Talk Radio, I was actually looking for other alternatives, and I chose Blog Talk Radio because I had a call-in feature, and Spreaker didn't. And so it was like, I don't know, December 2010, or it was like December 2010 or something like that. And I was already fucking on here. And she claims that she's on here since May or something of 2011. Well, that proves that I've actually been here longer than the bitch. So the woman's a fucking liar. As usual, she's lying. So gonna take one more break, come back, wrap things up. Oh, wait. Todd says, I have some screenshots in that show that you're talking to prove who came here and when. Thank you, Todd. Exactly. I mean, I think that's the other thing I have to say real quick is, look, I don't understand how she has any friends, honestly, in real life specifically, but really online, how anybody could be friends with her knowing what she's done. People warn everybody else about her. And she says, oh, no, they're just haters. They're just haters. They hate me because I'm blonde. Or they hate me because I live in Rockwall, or they hate me because I have money or whatever. All this kind of bullshit, none of which is true. And so I don't understand how people actually fall for her bullshit over and over and over again, consistently when someone is lying to you. And the funny thing is, and I'm going to say this one more time to everybody, everything I've ever told any of you, if you want me to prove it to you, if I'm close to you, I will prove it to you. Because if I'm not close to you, I don't give a fuck what you think. But if I'm close to you and you need me to prove it to you, to prove that I'm telling you the truth, I will. But I am not lying about fucking shit. Now, ask that of her and see what happens. Ask that of her and see what happens. Do you really think she's ever going to be honest with you? No, she's not. I'll be right back after this, and we'll wrap up the show. Be right back. You fucked with the wrong bitch. Okay, so we're back at the end of the show. So I just want to summarize what I was saying throughout the show tonight. And look, first of all, report to the cops. I'm going to report her to the cops. And I'm glad you mentioned that. I am going to report her to the cops because I have abundant proof of what she's done to me. And, that is really one-sided stuff. And she's going to claim that I've done this and that to her or whatever. And I haven't done anything to this woman except retaliate to her, okay? So I've got to tell you that that there's two things I'm talking to my attorney about. One, A, is filing criminal charges against her, and B is filing a civil suit. The criminal charges will be for harassment and for constant harassment by her online and on her shows, and also what she did on my website. That not my website, but on ripoffreport.com. That was where she really went over the line on harassment. And it's proof, and it's not ever going to be deleted. And because they refuse to delete anything by anybody ever. And beyond that, she has said many things to me that could be construed as death threats, but whatever. She wants to threaten me. And I know she sent somebody to my house, by the way. She sent someone to my house, this Mexican guy, to my house who was on video asking about me. And he's on video on the video camera on the front porch and video camera on the driveway cameras. I have security cameras around my house. And he's asking if I was here, and a friend of ours was here and staying here, and asked him if I was home, and my friend said no, he's not, and he's working or whatever. And he said, well, does he when he's going to be home, whatever? I've got a package for him or whatever from Debbie or whatever. And I was like, oh really? I'm like, wow. And so I got home, I was like, I can't believe that she would really do that. And so that proves that she's gone over the line. And yes, you're right, David, the rip-off report thing is what's going to get her caught. Exactly. And that's exactly right. She really has fucked with the wrong person. Now, she's going to claim that that's not her, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, I did talk to ripoffreport.com, and they actually do have the IP addresses of everybody who posts any report. So they have that matched to the report, and then that IP address can be matched to her IP provider, and we can therefore prove that it's her. But it doesn't even need to be proved that it's her because, number one, the funny thing is in the ripoff report, she puts, like I said earlier, she puts the wrong website address. She puts offlimitshowradio.com, not even my own real estate sites or anything. And exactly, IP addresses don't lie. And she's sent somebody to my house, and I have it on camera, and I can prove that she knows this person. I can prove that this person or her husband knows this person, which probably was some minion of her husband's from their work or whatever. I can prove all of these things. I mean, she's made one mistake after the next, after the next, after the next. And so if I can, my goal is to get her put in jail because that's where she belongs. If they won't, because the problem with that is you have to go down to the police department and they have to agree to file it with the district attorney's office. The district attorney's office then has to agree to take the case and then file harassment charges. Now, this kind of thing they may just see from both, whether it's her or me, may just see as some nuisance thing and not a true harassment case because she hasn't made any death threats towards me that I know of. I haven't made death threats towards her or anything. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen. But the thing that will happen, regardless of what happens with the criminal case, is that the civil case will actually go through. And the thing is, it'll get a judgment. The only thing that will happen, if somebody who doesn't have any money like her, the biggest thing that's going to happen is there'll be a judgment. And if she has a homestead exemption, which she doesn't because she doesn't own any property, then it's different. But because she's a renter and because she doesn't actually own a home or anything like that, all of her assets are up for grabs. So all of her assets in her home, her stupid, ugly, disgusting Henderson bed that she's always talking about, and that fucking ugly blanket she has in her bed, I would take and then probably burn just because they're fucking ugly as hell. And then everything else in her home is up for grabs. Her cars are up for grabs. Her business, because she's married to him, because they're 50-50 partners. When you're married to someone, it's a community property state. Therefore, she's part owner, technically, of his business. Therefore, their business is up for grabs, which is their livelihood. So if you want to fuck with somebody, you've got to be able to back up your shit. And if you can't stand the heat, you should get your fucking ass out of the kitchen. I have told you over and over, bitch, that if you fuck with me too much, you're going to fucking regret it. I have warned you. I have warned you over and over again. A half black, half white, homosexual, who doesn't put up with shit is not the person to be fucking with in the first place. I've told you this already. So you've crossed the line, Debbie. You have crossed the line. I have tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I have tried taking the high road. I have tried ignoring you. I have tried everything that I can do. But now you are continuing to put yourself and place yourself in my life, and you're trying to fuck with my livelihood and my reputation, my business reputation, which, by the way, is perfectly great. And I don't have any problem with any of the clients that I've had, my interior design or my architectural clients or my real estate clients. Every single fucking one of them love me, and I have no problem with any of them, and they have no problem with me because I've done them well. And by the way, I'm a fucking talented architect, and you can see that on my website, which I'm not going to mention. But anywho, if you are going to continue to, it doesn't matter if you've already done, it's done. You know, that's the thing. It's done. I've said already to you, giving you the benefit of the doubt, and said, if you continue, I'm going to move forward. And you've passed the line. So congratulations, Debbie, for continuing to try to fuck with me and expect that I'm not going to do anything about it. The funniest thing is like when I had the cease and desist letter sent to her by my other attorney, the first one, the paper pusher attorney. Oh, by the way, that's what I was trying to say earlier. You know, you've got paper pusher attorneys and you've got litigation attorneys. I don't know if I said this earlier on the show or not, but the first guy was a actual paper pusher attorney who does wills and contracts, that kind of thing. And the second guy I'm getting is litigator. So the first guy, she said, you know, she was laughing about it, saying how he dropped me and all that kind of crap, which is not true. I mentioned this earlier, explained it earlier in the show. Well, and then she's like, you know, basically, as soon as that happened, and she thinks that I'm done because of that, she actually, she tries to follow me on Spreaker and starts posting new shit and talking about me all over again. So she thinks she's gotten away with it, right? And so she's just continuing to give me more and more fodder, more and more things that she actually, that I can actually use against her in a court of law, which I'm going to be doing. And I want to just go over real quick this list. I made a list before the show, make sure I got everything. So I talked about the attacks on her, by her. She's constantly attacking my sexuality and my race. I talked about SMU and how that's bullshit. She talked about how I didn't go there and it's not true. Oh, online college for real. She says the only thing I have ever done is online college for real estate licensing. First of all, you don't need to go to online college for real estate licensing. You go to actual professional schools or whatever when you get your real estate license. You don't go to online college, you dumb cunt. You just go on there. It's not like a fucking hard thing to do. And by the way, to be a real estate agent, FYI, oh, that's the other thing I was going to say. It is very, very expensive to do the three things I do: architecture, interior design, and real estate. And the thing is that real estate alone costs me every year about $1,500 to $2,000 a year just to maintain my license. I have the Metro Tex Association dues, I have the National Association of Realtor dues, and then I have the TREC, which is Texas Real Estate Commission dues. And between all those things every year, because I'm a broker, not just an agent, meaning I own my own brokerage and I don't need to report to anybody else, whatever, it's about $1,500 to $2,000 a year. Beyond that, I have some of them I'm going to say it. Sorry, I have the other the other associations I'm part of for architecture and interior design. Each one of those is about $750 to $1,000 a year. So between all of these places, I'm spending $3,000, almost $4,000 a year just to maintain my professional status in these organizations. Okay, and so obviously I'm not doing too bad if I'm spending that much money just on professional organizations every year. And so, and I do have several degrees. Selling houses license, ultra wealthy. I never said I was ultra wealthy. I don't know what she's talking about. And then I wanted to talk quickly about her fake threats. She constantly makes fake threats. And, if you listen to her show, what does she say? She's constantly saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to take down Todd Morris, I'm going to take down, me or Desert Rose or whatever, and I'm going to send the police over there, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, blah, 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 blah. And she says over and over, and I went down and filed charges today, and I went down to the court, and I did this today, and I filed a grievance, da-da-da-da. She's never done shit. She's never done any of that stuff. She's never done any of it because she can't afford to. First of all, she can't afford to do it. And that's why that's the other funny thing about it is the first attorney that I hired to send the cease and desist letter to her, you know, a normal person would have an attorney not respond themselves to an attorney without actually having someone represent them in a case. But because she doesn't have the money to do it, she did it herself and sent him an email instead. So, I mean, you know, and the only reason I'm saying this is not because having no money is not a bad thing. Look, I don't come from money at all. I never said I did. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being somebody of you know, mediocre means or lesser means, because my mom was like that and my family was that way. Nothing wrong with that. The problem comes in when someone's a hypocrite and then calls people out for being something else, something that she herself is or was or whatever. That's what's wrong. And the last thing is she's got two more things. Inferiority complex. The problem is she's constantly saying that I have an inferiority complex, that Rose has an inferiority complex, or that Todd does, or whomever. And she's always talking about herself. I mean, the fact is she's talking about herself. She's not talking about me or Rose. When she calls Rose a round-faced Mexican, which she's not, but she calls her a round-faced Mexican, she's really, because she hates herself so fucking much, okay? It's not because of Rose, because Rose is unattractive, because she's not unattractive. She's a very pretty girl. And people continually to say that she isn't because she's a Mexican or whatever she says she is, or she's Native American and Dutch, whatever the fact is just her showing her ridiculous bigotry and her racism. So I think that it's true. Oh yeah, so I'm sure she is Ghost. I'm sure she is. That's the other thing she does. She turns everything around on everybody else and makes everybody else be the scapegoat for her own doings. Okay, she's constantly saying that. And fine, Debbie, if he is the one that wrote the rip-off report, then we'll find that out, because I'm going to have, just like I found out where you live, I'm going to find out who wrote the report, and I know it was you. Let's see here. It says, I wish I wrote it. He says, believe me. Liar. Hold on. I wish I wrote it, believe me. I'm trying to read what this thing says. It keeps moving. Hold on a second. Wild Goose says, fuck, it keeps moving on me. I can't scroll up without it moving. Okay, liar, says Debi Daly. Wild Goose says, a lot of people thought it was me. She says, it was you. He says, nope. She says, I have a detective that will make one call and find out. Call Detective Puckett. Wild Goose says, you don't have any detectives. You want his number? Yes. Hang on. It's on my phone. Get it. Quit making excuses. Yeah, see, she still hasn't gotten the number, has she? Let's call Detective Puckett. Detective Puckett, and see what Detective Puckett has to say about Miss Debi Daly. And I seriously doubt she has a detective. And the funny thing is, you know, once I hired a detective, okay, Icons, she's talking about the rip-off report about her, not you. Okay, gotcha. What was I going to say? The funny thing is, once I hired a detective and came out and explained that I hired a detective to find out where she lives so I could get a cease and desist letter to her, then she all of a sudden has a detective of her own. I mean, as soon as I had a detective, she gets a detective. It's very similar to what she does on Rose's show and other people's shows. And as soon as somebody else does something, they do something else. Okay, 972-54. Okay, let's call it real quick and see here. I'm not going to call it from that number. Hold on a second. I got to call it from my Google Voice number, for God's sakes. I sure as hell don't want her having my real phone number here. Let's see here. Where's Google Voice? Do I even have it on here still? Where is Google Voice? Oh, I can use Skype. Let's use Skype. I'll use Skype to call. It's Vic's number. Okay, so I guess I don't have to call the number then. What you should do is call the cops, say you fear for your life after someone made a death threat to you, and sit back and watch the LOLs. Yeah, well, she hasn't, that I know of, made that yet, but we'll see if she does. Why? Need to go lie? No, because you don't have the number. Travis, he is holding on to a 12-count indictment on you, waiting for me to sign on it, which I decided not to. But now you pushed me. Oh my God. I swear to God. I mean, the woman is so delusional. She will not fucking give up. She just won't give up. It's so fucking ridiculous. No, I'm not going to call the number on the air, because the thing is, if I call the number on the air and I call the number at all, then it's going to be deem that I'm somehow harassing her. See, I've never made any kind of contact with them directly. I'm not going to start now. I've never called their offices. I've never called their home, even though I have all of their numbers because I got it from the detective, by the way. So I've never called any of them. And by the way, I've never, ever, this is the other thing about me. I've never, ever released her personal information to anyone. I've never given out her home address, ever. I've never done that. Why? Because I'm not a fucking asshole. Even to people I cannot stand and despise like her, I've never given out her personal information. Never. And I never will because I'm not that low of an individual. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. I got that Skype message there. Okay, gotcha. What was I going to say? Sorry. I can't wait to talk to Vic. Wild Goose says, Debi Daly says, Constantine and Abilene wrote, hey, Deb, did you know Iconoclast is talking about you on the air? Generally, I mind my own business, but thought you should know. Debbie says, that's about 20 I got. Wild Goose, that has nothing to do with Mr. Puckett. You and that freak nature boy and that faggot can have your little chat hate group. Okay, this is what Debbie says. You and your freak nature boy and that faggot can have your little chat hate group. Debbie, LOL. Debbie, I want you, Debi Daly says, and I can hear it now. Hi, this is a gay guy, and Debi Daly called me a faggot 2 years ago. Why do you say LOL when you're crying? Okay, she's such a, okay, Debbie, do you really think that, block your number and she won't get your number icon? Oh, she doesn't have my number. She doesn't have any of them. None of my personal ones, I mean. What's so delusional about her. She thinks that this is all about her calling me faggot. Okay, that's what's so delusional, is she thinks that this is all about her calling me a faggot on the air. And first of all, it's not just about her calling me a faggot once. She's consistently called me a faggot. She's consistently called me a butt muncher. She's done it. She's posted it on my websites as other people as well as herself. She sent me emails calling me these horrible names. She's consistently attacked me over and over again. And then she does the report on Rip-Off Report. So to continually do that, you see it's a pattern of behavior, you dumb fucking hick. It is not anything to do with you calling me a faggot once 2 years ago, because it wasn't 2 years ago. First of all, it was January of this year, you dumb idiot. I know you're old and your mind's going and all that shit, but I mean, it was this year. Nature Boy is Todd David, by the way. So anywho, I gotta say, your head is hurting. I don't know. Look, I honestly, one time somebody said to me once, who was it? Actually, I've had this said to me several times in my life. People have said to me that I am a good debater, I'm a good arguer, I should have been a lawyer, blah, 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 blah. And it's true, I am a good debater. Why? Because I take the truth and I use it and turn it against someone who's lying. It's easy to do. So if I'm debating someone who's a fucking lying bigot, homophobic cunt, then it's easy to prove they're lying. It's easy to debate someone with such low skills set, like her. However, when it comes to someone else defending themselves against that, they often have a hard time because it's very hard to refute the truth. The truth is the truth is the truth. Let's see what else they're saying here. Hold on. Old Rooter wrote, just so you know, I'm listening to a faggot trash talk your ass right now, but you won't pick me up. I'm cool with that. Hold on. Shit out of you, but I'm guessing you know that. Debi Daly, that's a judge, you idiot. A personal friend of ours, LOL. And she says, go back to 4chan and the fag room. See, and she's just proving my point over and over again that she's a homophobe. The funniest thing is that she continually says that she is not homophobic and that she has plenty of gay friends and she's part of the gay elite in Dallas. Bull fucking shit, cunt. You've never been to a black tie dinner. You've never been part of the HRC. You've never been to the ARC. You don't even know what these acronyms probably mean. You don't know fuck about the gay elite in Dallas. I know because I used to be part of the Federal Club in Dallas. I do know people in that group, in that circle. And you say you know people, bull fucking shit. And if they knew how you consistently trash talk a faggot on your show and in chat rooms constantly, then I don't think if that were true that they would continue to be your friend. Now, would they? No. Because anybody who is a gay activist is not going to be friends with some old cunt who's constantly calling people faggot and butt muncher and a million other things. So I don't know why you think the word faggot hurts so much. It's not the fact that the word hurts me. It doesn't hurt me at all. The fact is that you think it's okay to say that means that you have absolutely no grace, decorum, or fucking common sense, basically. David says, I'm mad now because she's giving me a headache with all this drama. Oh, it's a burner. Okay, apparently that that cell phone number is a burner cell phone that they just pick up that you just get and you throw away or whatever. One of the prepaid cell phones she has or whatever. Let's see what else she says. She has an army on her side, by the way. She has, and she says you. He says you have. She says to him, "You have one old lady troll and some faggots. Personal army of caps lock haven motherfuckers." Debi Daly says, "I have real people. Look at what you're saying." Debi Daly, you're like a 16-year-old. Interesting. I think the funny thing is, the funniest thing I should say is that, she honestly feels like that she has some sort of actual, she probably thinks that she has an army. And she every time she gets up in the morning, she's like, hello, army, at attention. And she actually thinks that they're there behind her all of the time, these imaginary friends of hers. And I can't imagine this woman having any real friends anyway. Honestly, I just can't imagine it. But it's also, she does act like she's a 4-year-old. It's true, Joss Peterson. She does act like a 4-year-old. But I think it will be great one day when she is no longer on the air and we don't have to hear her horrible voice. Hi, this is Debi Daly. Hi, this is Debi Daly. Oh my God, I got to tell you what happened today. Oh my God. Vic, where are you, Vic? Oh my God. I want a Whataburger. Where's Whataburger? Oh, I want a Sonic. Oh my God. Oh my God, come on, bitch, you dumb fucking cunt. Let's see what else she says here. It says, she says, either way, you're fucked. She's saying all this stuff to Ghost, by the way. Either way, you're fucked. Stop lying, Goose. You're fucked. You're the fucking liar, she says. Also, John Roach is a lawyer. Yep. I hate you, and I'm going to see you pay for what you're doing. What is he doing? What is he doing, Debbie? What is he doing exactly? I'd love to know what he's doing. He's sitting in the chat room listening to the truth about you. I've got to mention this too. Hello. The thing that pisses Debi Daly off the most is what? Does anybody know the answer to this question? What pisses off Debi Daly more than anything? Huh? The truth. Debi Daly tells me to go suck it. Okay, this is what Debi Daly says. Debi Daly, fuck off, faggot. She says, because I want to, or something, she says. And she says, your history in my book. I will own you. Tell your fag boy. Wait, hold on. Tell your fag boy I said, bring it on. Oh, and tell him I said to go suck a fucking dick. Got it? Okay, you dumb cunt. I've already sucked a dick tonight. Okay, my husband's. Okay? And it was hot, and it's big, long, and luscious. So I don't need to suck another dick. Okay? There's too much of a good thing. Thank you, bitch. So anywho, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so yeah. So the truth is what she hates more than anything. The reason she hates me so much and hates me personally, because I've never really done anything to her. And by the way, I never fell for any of her bullshit ever. I never liked her. I was cordial to her, but I never was mean to her or anything else. Even gave her the benefit of the doubt to listen to her show when people started ragging on her to see if she actually was, if she was actually telling the truth, right? And then she ends up calling me faggot, get in my room, whatever. But the thing is that she has consistently lied about who she is and everything else. And so I have never fallen for her bullshit. I've never believed that she was a good person. I've never liked her. She and I have never been friends. I've never been on her show. A lot of people who've been on her show, she's turned against. I think every single person who's been on her show, she's turned against, actually. I think every single person, I'm trying to think of someone she hasn't turned against, at least at one point, and then possibly made up later. But she's turned against people on her show over and over and over again. So I've never fallen for her shit because I can see through her. And she's so transparent. She's so transparent, and she hates it. She hates me personally so much. Why? Because I am calling out her shit. Because I'm calling her out, and I am going to bring it on like she has never seen before. I swear to God. Let me play a song real quick because I need to get a drink, come back and talk some more. Hold on, let me find something to play here. Let's see what we have here. Hold on a second. I have one song that I played in a previous show about that dumb cunt. If I can find it. Where is it? Oh, I think I know what it was called. Hold on. No, it's not it either. Hold on. Let's see, it's in here. Here it is. Okay. Gonna take a quick break, come back, and this song is dedicated to the dry-haired, dry vagina, palty-skinned, hag, Debi Daly. Be right back.
Such a liar, not love to
All right, we're back. No song has ever succinctly wrapped up how I feel about someone more than that song. I just got to say a couple more things before I go. First of all, I am so happy that I'm actually going to get to meet Debi Daly, like in person. I'm going to get to see Debi Daly right across from me at the deposition table before we actually go to court. I'm actually going to get to call her in and subpoena her, and if she doesn't answer the subpoena, she'll be going to jail. So I will actually get to see Debi Daly right across from me in a deposition and get to see what she's wearing and what she's driving and what she actually looks like in person. Oh my God, it'll be so fabulous and fantastic. I just can't wait. Oh my God, Debi Daly across from me. I'm going to look her right in the eye the entire time and tell her exactly how I feel about what she said and done to me. And actually have my attorney talk to her. Actually, I probably won't talk to her directly unless I'm told to. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, if you missed the poem I wrote about her in a previous show in October, around the 19th of October this year, if you go back and listen to October 19th show here on Spreaker, I think it was, you'll hear this. But all it is this poem. I'm going to read it because it also is succinctly kind of tells you how I feel about her. But it's just a poem I wrote, like literally in 2 seconds about her, and I'm going to reread it to you real quick. And this was as of the 19th of October, after what she said I had done or whatever. I'll take a cell pick for sure, definitely. Okay, so there once was a woman who lied out her ass. Okay, there once was a woman who lied out her ass when all she could do was be rude and crass. She pretends to be something that she never was and longs to be something she'll never become. Claims my attorney apologized to her. He and I laughed when we heard. This liar continues to harass and makes continued efforts to delude her masses. But we all know who she really is. Sad, lonely, desperate, poor, and without common sense. Longing for youth that will never return and aching for love as she yearns and yearns. States that I am the one to blame when we all know how to play that game. Turnabout is fair play, and now it is done. To me, this woman ceased to exist the day my letter landed on her door. Her door. And as long as the future remains as it is now, we will hear no more of this rancid and hideous liar that we know is as honest as fire on winter snow. Liar, liar, pants on fire, proof is in my hands. Pages and pages and hours of audio to take to the stand. Be gone, be withered. Oh, you already are. I am so much better than you. I'm a Beamer to your Yaris. I'm real and you are not. And that is why now I have won, and you I have all but forgot. Goodbye, goodbye, old hag. You'll never ever beat this fag. I want to thank you all for listening, and I'll be back later in the week. Good night.
Look inside your tiny mind, then look a bit harder. 'Cause we're so uninspired, so sick and tired of all the hatred you harbor. So you say it's not okay to be gay, well I think you're just evil. You're just some racist who can't tie my laces. Your point of view is medieval. say you think we need to go to war. Well, you're already in one. 'Cause it's people like you that need to get slew. No one wants your opinion.